Hi everybody, I'm Claire and this is my vlog Loves Red Sews. So welcome back if you are an existing subscriber and welcome if you are new. So today I am popping on to talk to you about a challenge that is being run by Lucy, who is the sewing gardener. Lucy is a lovely lady. I met her on the virtual sewing room and she has also recently started a YouTube channel. I think she actually started it for this challenge and she seems to be carrying on, which is really nice. So it's lovely to catch up with her. So I will link her channel below, but the challenge that she is running is sewing challenge on Instagram called Sew Skin Summer 25, and this particular challenge is quite close to Lucy's heart because it is all related to melanoma and skin cancer. So it is to raise awareness of both of those things, and also the month of May is Melanoma Awareness Month, so it all kind of fits in quite nicely. So Lucy decided to run the challenge this year, and the idea is that you sew something that will give you some coverage from the sun. So it can be something like a summer garment or an accessory that just helps provide a little bit of extra protection from the sun. So the idea is that you make something during the month of May and then you share it on your Instagram feed before the 31st of May, and then there is a whole host of prizes as well, so it's well worth entering. And I would also say, if you can, it's not mandatory, but if you can, then also please donate. Lucy has a donation page for Melanoma UK and she has got a target, I think, of around £200. She's getting quite close to that target now. But if you can spare a few pounds, it would also be good if you could donate to this worthwhile cause. So when you post your make on Instagram, you need to tag Lucy, who is the sewing gardener. I will put her link below, and then obviously use the hashtag SewSkinSummer25. So I will just pop up some images of the challenge itself so that you can see all of the rules, but please also go to Lucy's page where she shares a little bit more information about the challenge. And there is a whole host of vloggers that have been getting involved, so there are lots of videos around it and lots of inspiration. So you've probably got about a week now to get something uploaded if you haven't already made anything, but you know, there's still plenty of time to get involved in the challenge. So today I thought I would just run through some of the makes that I have previously made which I think are suitable for covering up in the sun. The first thing I am going to talk about is here in the background. So this is one of my most recent makes, and this is the tie dress by Sewing Therapy. So I have talked about this in a vlog before. I've made 3 versions of this dress now, and it's a really versatile dress because you've got these ties here on the side, and you can, well, basically you can tie them on the side, on the front, on the back. So there's lots of different ways you can wear the dress with the V at the front or the V at the back, and vice versa. And it's quite a long dress. On me, this is fairly maxi length, but it may be a little bit more midi, but it does give you quite a lot of coverage in the sun, so I thought this was a good option. And this particular version, I have done the longer sleeves, so it's nice and floaty. If you pick a nice lightweight fabric, but you also still do the longer sleeves, then it will give you plenty of coverage. And it's got a nice little detail of a pleat in the sleeve, and those sleeves just sit beautifully. So this is a really nice kind of summery option. It will keep you cool, but it will also give you the coverage in the sun. So that is make number 1. Now, some of these things I don't have with me for one reason or another. It might be that I have already worn a couple of things for Me Made May, and they are in the wash. So if I've got any of those items that I don't actually have with me, I will pop pictures in of them here. So the next item that I thought I'd talk about, oh, also, sorry, just to say, what I've tried to do is to pick like one thing from each kind of a category of a full outfit. So I've got a dress, a skirt set, a pair of trousers, a trouser set, a shirt, a hat and a bag. So plenty of different options for you to kind of look into and maybe give you a little bit of inspiration. So yeah, I just talked about the dress. So next up is the skirt option, and I am going with the Saturday skirt by Friday Pattern Company. Now this actually comes as a set, a top and a skirt, and I have only ever made the skirt, so I'm just talking about the skirt in this instance. I'll pop a picture in of the skirt here, but this skirt is pretty much maxi length. So again, this will give you quite a lot of coverage in the summer. So you could wear it with just a plain t-shirt to give you the coverage on the shoulders. This is what I tend to do with the skirt, but being maxi length, you know, and you do it in a nice lightweight viscose or something like that, it will be lovely and floaty in the summer, but also will be protecting your legs. So that was my second option for this challenge, the Saturday skirt. Now the next one I want to talk about is a bag. So I've only made one version of this bag, and I don't have it here with me because I made this as a gift for my mum, but it's this bag here. I'm going to put a picture in of it, and it is the H2O to go sling bag. And this is a really neat kind of pattern, really, because it's basically for carrying your water bottle around with you. So I thought it's probably quite a good one to include because, you know, keeping hydrated in the sun. I know it's not melanoma related as such, but hydration is also good. So I thought I would include that one as an option. And then my next garment I want to talk about is the Andy set by Swim Style Patterns. So my version is here, and I also have the skirt underneath here as well on the hanger together. So you'll notice that this particular version I'm showing here is the sleeveless version. Now I have only ever made this pattern once, and I've only made the sleeveless version. So obviously for the shoulders it doesn't give really great coverage, but this particular pattern also comes with a long sleeve version, and actually I would really like to make that, and I think it's probably going to be fairly high up on my list to make for summer. So the top is brilliant because it has this kind of tie that and these channels, so you put it up one side and back down the other, and then you can kind of pull the top in and have that kind of gathered up as high as you want it or as low as you want it. And then the skirt that comes with it is also a nice maxi skirt, and it has a little slit up the side, but I thought this would be a good option if you did the top with the longer sleeve in a nice lightweight fabric. That would be lovely for summer and plenty of coverage. And again, you've got the long skirt similar to the Saturday skirt, so that is a good kind of co-ord outfit for this challenge. So that is that one. And then next on my list is actually a hat. So the hat I have gone with, and this is because I have made it, is this particular hat here. Sorry for the creases on it, but this is the Sorrento bucket hat, and I think previously this was a free pattern, but I think you do actually have to pay for this now. This actually is a little bit snug for me now, so I'll just kind of show you what it looks like. And I think next time I make it, I may need to make it a little bit bigger, but this is also reversible, and you can put a different fabric inside. So I think when I made this, I picked a couple of fabrics that were fabrics that I'd used in previous projects, and I had a little bit left over. So yeah, you can kind of turn it around and wear it the other way as well. It's slightly floppy. I think this was my first time making this one. If I made this again, I would definitely put a little bit more interfacing inside, and I think I probably need to make a slight adjustment on the depth of the hat. But that's a really good option for you know, carrying around in your bag. It folds up quite small, so you can kind of just fold it up, tuck it away in your bag, and then, you know, just grab it when you need to, and that will give you nice coverage for the for the sun. So I will link that below, but as I mentioned, this is actually a paid pattern now, and I think you can also get free options of very similar patterns online. So if you just search bucket hat, free bucket hat pattern, you will find plenty, I think, of free patterns. I know somebody very recently has made a bucket hat. Can't remember where they said they got it from, but it was a free pattern. So yeah, you may want to search that rather than particularly paying for the pattern. And then next on my list is the Olia shirt. So it's actually what I'm wearing today. This was my first version of the Olia shirt. And I originally made this for So Yellow for Endo because it has obviously got the yellow in it. Today I've just paired it with my Ash jeans and a ready to wear t-shirt underneath, but I've just got it kind of open, and I think this is great for giving you a nice bit of coverage from the sun. And it's the kind of thing that if you're on holiday somewhere warm, you could just you know, if you've got sort of like a vest top on or even a swimsuit, you could just throw this on over the top to protect yourself from the sun. I don't think my collar is sitting quite right. I've also realised today that I've actually never finished the buttonholes, and I still have safety pins in. And I think what it was, when I first made this, the sleeves were quite long, and so I turned them up and I'd forgotten to put the button in, but the sleeves are about right now, so I think I might even do those buttonholes this afternoon and get that finished off. So I've made a couple of versions of the Olia shirt. This particular one has the pockets in. They do droop slightly, so just be aware of that if you are making this pattern in a lightweight viscose. But I made this version also in a lightweight viscose, and I omitted the pockets. But again, this is a nice kind of floaty viscose and lightweight, so it's perfect as a cover up to throw on. So that is the Olia shirt by Paper Theory. Next up on my list is the Sapphire trousers. Now I've made a couple of pairs of these. So I have worn this pair this month in Me Made May, and I also have this pair here in a lightweight viscose zebra print, so a lot of animal print going on. But again, this is a very lightweight floaty trouser. It's perfect for a warm holiday. As you can see, there's plenty of drape, and they are really easy to come together, and they're a good kind of throw on holiday. So if you're kind of walking around in the sun, they are light enough and kind of breezy enough that you can just kind of sling them on. You could put them on over the top of a swimsuit, or you could just wear them walking around to give you that extra little bit of coverage. So I thought they were a good option to go with for this challenge. So that is the trousers that I've suggested. And then the last set is the Saguaro set. So this is also another pair of trousers. I made this quite a while ago in this kind of retro print, and the bodice actually comes down into a V. However, you can make this or wear this way round, so you've got a little bit more coverage at the top, and the sleeves have got a nice amount of coverage, so it kind of covers your shoulders. And what I have actually seen a few people do now, and it's something I definitely want to do, is to cut two of the back piece on the fold. So you do it without the V and then just put those together, which will be super simple. And then you wouldn't have to worry about kind of joining it here. You just have two of the same piece and you'd get a lot more coverage. So this top has an elasticated bit at the bottom, and then the trousers that go with it are also elasticated, and they are quite similar to the Sapphire trousers in that they're quite floaty. So I'll pop a picture in of me wearing this outfit But yeah, I definitely want to revisit this and do cut the same, like the back and the front exactly the same, just to give that little bit of extra coverage. So I think that would be a good option for covering up in the sun. So that is pretty much all of the patterns that I have made that I thought would work well for this challenge. So there's definitely still time to enter the challenge. You've got just under a week now, I think, till the 31st of May. So and some of those options are fairly simple options that you could kind of sew up fairly quickly, I would say. So if the challenge is something that you're interested in and you would like to enter, then go ahead and make up one of those. But yeah, I hope you got some good inspiration from that, and I shall catch up with you again very soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks, bye.